There's a lot to talk about with this one, and I'll probably keep it pretty brief and let Boots talk to you a little more here on lot 23. This is a 247-7. She's a Dirty Lovin' Wedding Night Hillbilly. She's a December 19 model. She would have shown there in 2020. She's bred to Absolute. This is a repeat mating, and she's due the 22nd of November. We don't do repeat matings a lot around here. I don't. I always kind of sort of believe that if you're going to do it, you probably skip a mating. I learned that from talking to Norman Coles years ago, and it's just something I rarely do. But just a couple things. First and foremost, she raised arguably my favorite pig that we had show last winter, and he was a reserve grand at the Breeders' Cup. And, that was a pig that had he been in the South somewhere and could have showed at his endpoint in March, I think it would have been a lot of fun to see where he could have ended up. But be that as it may, he looked incredible in January at Breeders' Cup for Caleb Zook. And then secondly, her litter this time out of Absolute was very good. And I know I remember the day when she was in heat, and I was trying to come up with a better idea. And it just felt like we needed to do it again. That litter, probably if I have one regret, was that I didn't keep one of them intact. We ended up selling them all, and they're all show bearers. And if I had one wish over again, I'd like to keep an intact male out of her, and I certainly think she's still got one in her. So 247.7. This is one incredible sow.
Yeah, I mean visually. This one airs from my favorite Rogers girl. Reagan would have showed this one a couple times there the year of COVID. And, after show life, she's one of those show gilts that just flourished when she got into production here. And visually, that's as impressive of a sow that you can construct. And, like Jesse said there, the repeat mating out of Absolute, I can promise you, we've got one on feed here for the winter that honestly is emulating everything that the Breeders' Cup pig did, which is very good. But the pigs out of this feed sow, or the pigs out of this sow feed very, very well. They won't always just flourish at 30 pounds, but they're the ones that continuously just feed and get better, and they're the ones that at 180, 200 pounds plus, they're the ones that you wish you would have had, because they ultimately end up looking like their mom. And when they're that elevated up front and that heavy structured and just dense, it's a lot of fun. And 9 times out of 10, Jesse's always told me when I'm surprised by a pig that looks good as a big one, so well, yeah, he looks just like his mom. And if you can emulate mass-produced pigs that look like this, you're ultimately setting yourself up for a lot of fun and a lot of reward, because this sow is as impressive as it gets, and one that I could remember from the time, again, she was in the chip barn, showed a short window, and then came back and has constantly produced time and time again.
Incredible female. We talk a lot about bone and structure, skeletal density here in the business today, and this one's got all of that. And she's still comfortable. She can still go. She can still get out and move. And this sow's she's been really good to us, and I know she's going to be really good to the next person. Again, 247-7, lot 23. She's a December 19 model out of Dirty Lovin'. She's got a Wedding Night Hillbilly mother that came from our good friends at Kirk Swanson there at 4K, and she's bred to Absolute due the 22nd of November.